I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams playing at a high level. It's the Falcons going up against the Buccaneers. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 12 yards is the pickup there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Second down, Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
So they're operating in the red zone, looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowed.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston taking it in. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
They'll try and sneak it here. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge. Their D-line surge leading to 4th. It's a quarterback sneak. Give him 2 yards on that play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And they'll go on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, They're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Let's go! Ryan, 38!
They run. Devontae Freeman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll drop the throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Brandon, if you're not rooting for the defensive team, that was a fun play to watch. Fourth down, all the throwing lanes are covered, and this guy says, let me do it myself, and shows off scrambling ability that you just can't teach.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's three levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the third level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll look to throw here. Rolling to his left. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Time to step aside. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They'll try and run. Freeman. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55-6, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Out of his end zone, Winston. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Austin Safarian Jenkins, 97 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Red zone opportunity.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Well, maybe expecting a throw. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
It'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. First down, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. In motion right is Evans. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. He'll look to throw.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
The Falcons send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken from just outside the 30. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll run it here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Bucs a first down.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. And now it's 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6', 6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Noah Spence in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And he knocks it through. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And he finds Safarian Jenkins. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And the defense in an envious position here after that penalty by the offense. It's now 3rd and 20. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and long for Winston. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
They come up in an offset eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Winston from the gun on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and just 1.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now bottled up. Fumble! It's out. It's loose. Nearly lost the football, but kept it after the fumble. But now they face a third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Winston here to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw is Winston. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They go play action. Winston out to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
3rd and long for Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jude Ijebarima. So out come the Bucs now. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Buccaneers.